What's going on, Branded fam? If you don't know who I am, my name's Eddie. I write for Branded, and today we're going to be doing the NA LCS power rankings. So if you're new to Branded or if you're new to LCS, welcome. This is gonna kind of be a weekly segment. On Fridays, I'll be posting a betting guide for the LCS, whether it be last week I did 3 games. Probably gonna keep it around 3, 4, maybe 5 games. So that is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, a couple games from each day. Gonna give you guys the betting odds. I went 2-1 last week. Did not expect C9 to beat TL, but this video is not about that. Just if you're interested in betting, if you're interested in the LCS, check those out. I'll leave a link in the description below. But this video here is about the power rankings for the teams. And so what I'm going to do in this video is I'm not going to give a deep dive or anything like that. I'm just going to keep it myself, be authentic, and I keep looking. I'm on my brand new camera. I have like the little mirror popped out here so I can see myself. I keep looking at it. My bad. I'll fix that. Let's cut. Okay, so like I said, this is going to be a weekly thing. And I want to do this because I haven't seen really anyone do something like this. Like, there are other strictly gaming websites and they do power rankings. The most recent ones I've seen are preseason though. Branded, we aren't a gaming website. I personally am into esports, whether that be LCS. I was into the COD League, not COD, excuse me. I was into the Overwatch League pretty big. Season 1, I kind of fell off Overwatch though. And then COD. I'm kind of interested in COD, but I don't really follow it too heavy. But the LCS, I do follow pretty closely, or as close as I can with just work and other sports and everything that I'm doing. So let's just start real simple. Hopefully I don't fuck up the editing, and I'll put myself in a little corner here, and I'll have like a list on the side, either there or there. We'll figure it out. I don't know. You're seeing it, so let's go. Number 10. So yeah, number 10 is Golden Guardians. You look at the roster here. Poncer, Closer, Golden Glue, FBI, and Keith. On paper, it's either the least talented or second. It's pretty low tier, just on paper. Their performance, they played 100 Thieves. They lost. I feel like 100 Thieves is okay. I don't think they're great, but I think they're okay. And then they played C9, who seems to be pretty good. So, not terrible teams to lose to, but judging off of the roster, what the roster looks like, and then they started 0-2, it's only fair to put Golden Guardians in the 10th spot. Now, if you've been following Brandon for a little bit and you're familiar with my power rankings I did for the NFL season, I'm not strictly basing this off record. So it's, GG, they are 0-2, so they get the 10th spot. TSM is 0-2, so they get the 9th spot. No, it doesn't work like that. I'm trying to project. I'm projecting. So I'm going to, of course, take into the record into account, but then I'm also going to take into who they played, how they played, their roster, and what I expect from them in the future. So with that being said, coming in at number 9 is going to be Immortals. So now, Immortals, they beat TSM, and I do think TSM will work themselves out. They're going to end up being a good team, probably top 4. And, Immortals beat them, and that's impressive. And losing to FlyQuest, I don't think is that big of a negative, because I actually think FlyQuest is going to end up being a pretty decent team. Not terrible, not great, just middle of the road, but that's a decent team to lose to. You're not going to hang your head too high or too low losing to FlyQuest. But looking at the roster, so as Xmithy, I'm not going to lie, I don't know how to say that mid laner's name, Alltech and Hakuo, not the best roster. I mean, it's talent-wise, it's going to be more towards Golden Guardians than it is like TL, obviously. I do like Xmithy. They're not bad players. Obviously, they're not bad players, but they're not great players either. I would expect Immortals to, again, beating TSM was a great win. I would expect Immortals, when we look at this video at the end of the season, the Immortals is going to be towards the bottom of the standings. So next up ace spot. I kind of don't want to do this because I actually enjoy this team. Not as much this year, just kind of years in the past, than like their YouTube content, all that stuff. So I'm gonna have to go with 100 Thieves for the ace spot. Their roster is just a worse version of their roster when they went to finals against TL, which that's not good. They beat Golden Guardians. They're supposed to beat Golden Guardians. Golden Guardians is the worst team in the league. They lost to Evil Geniuses. I don't think that's a big deal. I think EG is a good team. I would expect EG to be towards the top of the rankings unless something drastic happens. But basing off of their 1-1, that's solid. Their win isn't that impressive, but their loss isn't that negative either. But just going off their roster, just like the other two teams, Someday, Meteos, Ryoma, Cody-san, Stunt. These aren't bad players. I really like Cody-san. I think Meteos is still pretty good. I mean, Someday got benched last year, went to Academy. Obviously, he's a world champion, but that's a few years removed. He hasn't been the same. Someday, Meteos, Cody-san. 3 starters from when they went to finals with or against TL a couple years ago. They don't have Afromu anymore, which I do think is a big loss. I think once Meteos joined the team, obviously Afromu was going to leave. I think that was probably a big reason why everything kind of went south the first time. I think Meteos wanted to be leader, Afro wanted to be leader. Didn't work out. Maybe it'll work out this time. I don't expect it to. I don't know much about Ryoma, so maybe I'm just speaking out of turn here. Don't know much about him. He could be really good, but I just don't know. And then Stunt, again, don't know much about Stunt, but I can't imagine he's... I mean, Afromu was MVP like a year and a half ago, so I can't imagine Stunt's going to live up to that. I hope he does. I hope 100 Thieves plays well. Like I said, I really do enjoy the team. I really like Nade Shot. I like the YouTube content. So I'm rooting for the team, but I don't expect big things. With all that being said, I do think by the end of the year, this team will be above 8th in my power rankings. But to start, I'm going to have to put them 8th. 7th team, I'm going to have to go with CLG. Again, this is kind of like the same with the 100 Thieves. By the end of the year, I would expect CLG to be towards the top. But as of right now, they're 0-2. I do think their roster is good. I don't think either of their losses were to bad teams. I actually think FlyQuest is going to be a good team. I think they're a big dark horse, and I kind of feel the same way with Dig. I feel like a lot of people are going to be low on Dig, and I don't see it. I think Dig is actually a good team. And CLG's roster, it's a good roster. It's pretty similar to last year's. I would say they got worse with having Crown at mid, but we'll see how it works out. The current roster is Ruin, Wiggly, Crown, Stixay, Smoothie. I feel like it's a good team. I feel like it's a really good team. But they're 0-2. I do think they lost to 2 good teams. I think with CLG being 0-2 and my feelings towards the other teams above them, I feel like it's a fair spot. I just think talent-wise, current record-wise, and potential-wise, the teams in front of them make more sense and are better currently than CLG. I can't stress this enough. I don't want the CLG fans super pissed. I expect them to move up. I don't think they're a bad team. I think they're actually a good team. I would say they're probably a top 5 team. Just like when the season's over, I feel like they'll be top 5. Season's not over. They weren't really impressive in their 2 losses. Again, they did lose to decent teams, but you're 0-2, and the roster is good, but it's not as good as like TSM. TSM is 0-2 as well. TSM's roster, in my opinion, is significantly better than CLG. Again, TSM's 0-2 as well, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe CLG is better. We'll see. That's why we're doing this every week. So I think this is 6th place. I kind of lost track, so for 6th place, I'm going to have to go FlyQuest. I think FlyQuest is a dark horse. I can see them making the playoffs. I don't want to put too much faith in them right now because I don't love the roster currently constructed. I do believe they're a good team, though. So they start off 2-0. They beat Immortals, which we already went over Immortals. I don't think they're a good team. I really don't. And they beat CLG, who I do think is a pretty good team. So you're 2-0. You get points for that. You beat potentially a good team. You get points for that. Your roster is decent. Let me see here. Their roster: Viper, Santorin, PoE, Wild Turtle, Ignar. If they're just going to keep leaving Riven open, this team might go undefeated the entire year. I don't know. I feel like FlyQuest, I don't think they could like actually beat TL in like a final, but or even like C9 if for whatever reason if TL doesn't make it there, which we'll get to TL. If whatever reason FlyQuest ends up making it to the finals for spring, I can't see them beating a top team, but they are of the upper echelon of middle of the road teams. We'll get more into that, but I feel like they're closer to CLG than TLC9, if that makes sense. All in all, good, solid team. I look forward to keeping watching them. I really do. I think they're a fun team. Okay, so this is the big one. So for fifth place, I have TSM. I know people aren't going to like that. It's completely because they're 0-2. They're 0-2. Their first loss was to Immortals, who, again, Immortals, I don't think they're a good team. I think they're actually pretty bad. So losing to Immortals, very bad, not good. Didn't see it coming, actually. And losing to TL is something I expected to happen. But after losing to Immortals, you can't then go lose to anybody else, no matter who you're playing. You have to win the next game. They didn't. They started the year off 0-2. I don't think being 0-2, I'm not sure how much higher I could have put them. Again, I mean, their roster's good on paper, I think. Broken Blade, Dardoch, Bjergsen, Kabe, Biofrost. On paper, that's a solid roster. But you're 0-2. You lost to one of the worst teams in the league. You put me in a bind. I don't know what you want from me. There's nothing I can do. Play better. Play better. If you play better, I can rate you higher. Sounds good. Okay. TSM fans are not going to like that. So yeah, fourth place. This was one of the harder choices I had to make. Honestly, I still haven't really made it. I'm kind of making it on the spot right now. Ignore the squeaky chair. I think for fourth place, we're going to have to go EG. Evil Geniuses is my fourth place team. And it's nothing to do with them. I think they're a good team. I feel like I've already mentioned it in this video. I think EG is going to be good. I think they're top 4, top 5 team when it's all said and done. But coming into the season, I really like Dignitas. I thought people were low on them, and I didn't understand why. I feel like they performed very well in week 1. Yeah, I feel like Dig performed very well week 1. They beat CLG in a game where I thought it was a really good game by Dig. They beat CLG, who, again, we're going to keep mentioning it. I rated them low. I think they're a good team. Hold on. Sorry, my computer light went out. There we go. So, yeah, they beat CLG, who we think is a good team. They beat EG, so I can't... A 2-0 team beat a 1-1 team. I think their roster are fairly similar talent-wise. I really do. I believe that... let's just look at the roster. So, top lane, I'm giving to Huni. Jungle, Sven. Mid, Froggen. AD, Bang or Johnson. I think it's a toss-up. I feel like he probably should go Bang, but I think Johnson's good. And then I think Zazel's good as well, but I would lean Afromu. So regardless of how you feel on the rosters position-wise, EG and Dig are pretty close in talent-wise, in my opinion. Dig beat them. Dig's 2-0, and I kind of feel like because they were underrated from what I saw coming into the season, performing well to start off, it's pretty big. It's a nice momentum builder. I'm going to go EG in fourth, and might as well just roll right into it. We're going to go Dig in third. For all the same, I feel like Dig and EG, they're neck and neck. They're going to be neck and neck for the most of the season, I think. Talent-wise, they're there. I think their records will be pretty close to the end. I feel like I've said this about most of the teams, which doesn't make any sense. But Dig and EG, I can see being a top 4, top 5 team. As of right now, I would have Dig over EG. Kind of biased as well because... But yeah, I like old school Dig. I like more players on Dig than on EG. So it's a little personal bias as well. I'm not gonna even try to lie. That's exactly what it is. But talent, record, personal bias, EG fourth, Dignitas third. Moving on to number 2. Okay. Second place team, I believe, is the most talented team in the league. I think when even pretty shortly, I feel like they'll end up being in the first place. I don't see them letting it up once they get there. Team Liquid is my number 2. C9 is 2-0. They beat TL already. I personally, I think C9 is a little overrated. I'm not saying they're bad. I feel like I keep pissing off like the big fan bases. I'm really not trying to. I came at TSM, now I'm coming at C9. But no, I don't think they're bad. I don't think they're bad. I think they're very good. I think they're a top 2-3 team. But I feel like TL, on paper, more talented. TL has won 4 straight splits. This is a very different looking C9 team. I think it's not having your starting jungler even in the country yet. It's kind of a big deal. So I'm not sure when Brox is showing up. When he does show up, this team's going to take over. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised they didn't beat C9 without Broxa. I feel like TL is so much better than everyone else. I could have been playing jungler and they should have won, but that's not the case. Shern, I didn't think he played awful. Personally, I didn't think he played awful, but again, no Broxa, so they haven't been able to scrim with their full team. I think they probably should have Pobelter play jungler over Shern, if I'm being completely honest. I just think Pobe's a better player. I would also say your head coach not showing up until a week before the season starts is not, 1, a good look, or 2, a recipe for success. So yeah, it's gonna be a rocky start to the season. I think next week it'll be a little bit easier. I haven't looked at the schedule yet for next week, so I'm not exactly sure who they're playing next week, but I know they're not playing C9, and C9 might be the only team that could come after TL. So excited to watch TL move forward. Very excited for Broxa to show up. I think he's very good. I think he's a very big upgrade from Xmithy. Might be a little different play style, but we'll talk about that when he shows up. So obviously that leaves one team left. C9 is our number 1 team for week 1 of the LCS. I don't think it's very hard. I feel like this is very obvious, honestly. I mean, if you see a power ranking without C9 at number 1, whoever made it's a liar, or they're stupid. I don't know. It's one or the other. They're either lying or they're dumb. C9, they beat TL. They're 2-0. Preseason expectations, they were very high for C9. I don't love Sven, but I feel like he's a good player. Niski's good. Licorice is a stud. C9's good. They're very good. Very, very good. I don't expect them to lose too many games this year. We'll see. Again, I do think TL is the most talented team. I think they're the best team. And I think once Broxa shows up and the team actually becomes the full team, it'll be more obvious. And again, I mean, not again, but spring split doesn't really matter that much. TL's roster is going to be fine once summer rolls around, and I guess that's really what matters, but whatever. Week 1, C9, number 1. Again, hopefully, probably right here, or like right here, there's going to be, I'll be in a little corner. Like, man, not a little corner. You know, you're looking at it. There's a list somewhere. You see the list, screenshot the list, come back next week, tell me how dumb I am. But yeah, if you agree, if you disagree, if you have thoughts on or if you have comments on my thought process, anything like that, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. All of our social links, Branded Sports, all of our social links will be in the link below or in the description below. Make sure you check the website out. Check all of the other bloggers out. Expect a lot more YouTube content this year. I say this I feel like I'm saying this in all my recent videos. Expect more videos. Expect more. We're adding more bloggers, more vloggers, all that stuff. Look out for my weekly betting guide for the LCS that comes out every Friday. Obviously, look out for this every week. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on my weekly power rankings. And I am going to PAX next month, so there's going to be a lot of stuff going on with PAX. I got a media pass, so We'll be out at PAX, rolling deep. I think that's it. Yeah. Like, subscribe, give me your thoughts on everything. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. One last thing, forgot to mention. If you haven't looked at the description below, I'm going to leave a link to the Girl Dad t-shirt. It is for Kobe Bryant and Vanessa Bryant's charity. If you don't already know, Kobe Bryant, tragic helicopter accident. Him, his daughter, and 7 other people, they lost their lives this past weekend. And Branded Sports, them and Design Tree are very good friends over at Design Tree. They have made a shirt, a girl dad shirt in honor of Kobe. That's going to be on sale. 100% of the proceeds are going to that charity. So if you have some extra money laying around, if you are a dad yourself, if you're just a person who feels bad that 9 people lost their lives over some tragic bullshit, dude, check the shirt out. I mean, it's a great cause, so I'm going to leave that linked in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Come back next week. Bye!